Hello everyone. Today I'm going to give you 5 tips about what to do when in Japan. Because Japan's opening its borders. It's opening its borders. I'm excited. I get to go see Japan. And I'm going to go see Jujutsu Kaisen and all these anime reads. I'm going to tell these Japanese that he's got time what to do because of my freedom. So, before Japan opens its borders, I'm going to give you 5 tips, just 5. It's not going to be that long. But, please follow these tips. If you don't, you're going to wonder why people might have a negative view of you as the content of your character. Let's just put it that way, okay? So, ready? Let's begin. Rule number 1. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in Japan, please do as the Japanese do, okay? Okay, if you can't do that, just get the fuck out of here. Excuse my language, I had to say that. Leave. Just leave. Just leave. Get out of here, don't come to Japan. But yeah, if you're in Japan, please, absolutely. If you see what Japanese people are doing, waiting in line for convenience stores, waiting in line for the train, and all that, yeah, just watch out for that, okay? Pay close attention. Because Japanese people really like to follow the rules. And if you're a tourist, and you're just being, I'm my friends. And you're like a retard like that, you shouldn't come to Japan. But I'm assuming people who think like that and talk like that are probably unvaccinated. So we're gonna get to that shortly. Which leads on to number 9. Wait, not number 9. Why did I say number 9? I'm stupid. Tip number 2. Now, excuse that hiccup earlier. I don't know why I said number 9, but excuse me. Anyway, wear a mask. In Japan, wearing a mask is really important. Seriously. I mean, that's the reason why I was pointing out to people who go, oh, my freedom! I'm a fucking retard. Yeah, dude, everyone has freedom, but have common courtesy for others, because that's their freedom too. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into the politics of all that, don't give a fuck. But here's what I think about it, okay? You're gonna have to wear a mask because that's Japan's rules. That's what they do. Please have respect for others. Don't be an a-hole. Please don't. If you want to be an a-hole, you could do that back home in your home country. Seriously. Now, I'm not gonna say Japan is the greatest country of all and it doesn't have its faults and all that. It's not perfect. It's not. Especially I'm pointing out those weeds. And again, Japan is the best in the best. And again, you can't say that at the time. So if you're someone that's like that, don't come to Japan. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to tip number 3. Don't be loud on public transportation, especially trains and all that. So, if you're playing your phone on blast and all that, please don't do that in Japan. Because you're gonna piss a lot of people off. People like to be quiet in Japan. I mean, sure, I'm not saying you have to be completely silent. You can talk to your friends, but just talk at a tone that's, manageable. Don't be too loud. Please, don't be too loud. You ruin the atmosphere, man. You ruin Japan's, tranquility and peace. Okay? I mean, sure, some Japanese people are loud. I'm not saying Japanese people aren't loud at all. It depends where you live, though. Anyway, in Japan, people are very quiet, especially in Tokyo. Tokyo is really about that. So, if you want to listen to music, put headphones on. Don't put it on full blast, because if someone hears it beside you, they're going to tap your shoulder. That happened to me once, because one time I put it too loud by mistake, and, the OG-san next to me knew that, and he's just like, can you turn it down? So please don't do that. Let's move on to tip number 4. So, tip number 4 is about standing in line for trains. Please stand in line for trains. Don't be a scumbag because you don't stand in line for trains in your country. Like I said, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. In Japan, please do as the Japanese do. When you don't do that, what do you think the image of Japan's gonna have about you? And you're like, I don't care about my image, they could suck my... And you wonder why you get kicked out of Japan. I hope that happens to you. I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for scumbags who like to disrespect other people's cultures and customs, because what they do back at home, and mommy and daddy let them get away with crap. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly here, dog. I'm just letting you know that, okay? It's not gonna fly, man. You're gonna get that ass beat. Trust me, I saw some drunk guy try to mess with a police officer in Japan. He got his ass kicked. Didn't matter if he was white. You didn't get your ass kicked, dog. And I hope that happens to you. Just kidding. Please, just don't be an a-hole, okay? I don't hope that happens to you, but be respectful, man. If you don't want me coming in your house and taking a shit on your front lawn, don't do that to Japan. I hope you understand that. I hope that makes sense, okay? You understand that? Cool. Let's move on to tip number 5. So tip number 5 is easy. I'm gonna make this the last and final tip. Remember, when you go to restaurants in Japan, don't tip, okay? You don't have to tip. I mean, that's really uncommon in Japan, and it's kind of considered disrespectful. I'm pretty sure you see a lot of YouTube videos about that. But here's another thing. When you're in a restaurant in Japan, probably 75% of the time, I'm gonna say Tokyo, or if you go to Denny's or some other restaurant, you're gonna see like a little button. When you go to the hotel and it goes ding. Yeah, you're gonna see a little button like that, but it looks like an electronic button. That's a call for customer service, because in Japan, it's not like the West where you have a server come every minute to see how you're doing. Japan doesn't do that. It's very different. So, I know in LA or New York, you guys are like, oh man, I gotta eat really fast. Like stuff your face in like 30 minutes or less. Yeah, Japan likes to take its time, dog. I mean, they get like 1 hour lunches here. So be aware that, if you want service, you just ring the bell and you ask what you want. Please only ring the bell if you need to refill in water or you need this. I mean, most of the time you can refill the water yourself, but please check. Check if there's a button right there. There's a button right there. Just, you don't want to disturb the, flow of, the workflow of the restaurant workers there. Just press that button, okay? I mean, Japanese is kind of hard. And just remember, even though you're in Tokyo, yeah, Japanese people don't speak English that well. Maybe if you're at a Denny's, possibly. I know McDonald's workers did that a lot. They speak English pretty well. Some Mexican restaurants, some Turkish restaurants, or foreign-owned restaurants don't have English services. And most of the menus have Japanese and English, so if you see like something you like in English, just point on it. But Japan changed a lot during the pandemic, so you might just have a tablet and you press what you like, and that's it. That's what I've been using at some restaurants I like Yoshinoya and what? I forgot the Sukiya? I think it's called Sukiya. I could be wrong, but I don't go to Sukiya all the time. I prefer Yoshinoya. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about this video. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Please be respectful of Japan's customs. Don't be a douche. Don't do graffiti. Don't do all this. Respect it, man. And I promise you, you'll have a wonderful time. And, those weeds who worship Japan and all that, just be respectful. I mean, you guys may think you're respectful because you watch anime, but if you never lived in Japan, it's a whole different ballgame, dog. And I could probably talk about that in another video. Anyway, guys, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.